Are you a fan of classic tactical RPGs like Shining Force, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Fire Emblem? Then you might want to keep an eye on Aegis Force, the Scorian War, an upcoming pixel art tactics game that blends those retro inspirations with some modern design touches to create a fresh yet familiar experience. In this video, I'll be giving you a closer look at what Aegis Force has to offer, from the story and world to the characters and combat, and what to expect in the full game. If you like what you see, there's a link in the description to check out the demo or add it to your wish list. A huge thanks goes out to the developers of this game for sponsoring this preview video. Characters and narrative play a big part in Aegis Force. However, it's not really your usual feel-good hero story. The game opens with a sense of camaraderie and idealism, but that innocence fades fairly quickly, leaving you in a morally complex situation. For 100 years, twin countries on the continent of Yanoa, one powered by magic, the other by machines and technology, have been locked in a battle that has no end in sight, dragging the surrounding villages and people into the ashes with them. In fact, no one even remembers why exactly it started. At this point, they just know that they hate each other, and it's very apparent, with a section of scorched earth now dividing the continent and marking the conflict known as the Scorian War. Although I have a feeling there's something darker and more mysterious to all of this than meets the eye. The main characters in this story are three childhood friends turned soldiers: Cal and Roth, a tactimagus fighter and strategist that's skilled with a sword and shield; Orvis Magnarik, a Drago Magi that uses elemental magic to heal or harm; and Vedette Cairn, a tough Lumen Archer sharpshooter that excels with the bow and arrow. You take control of Callan and Orvis, fresh out of training during their first night of deployment. They reminisce about playing war as kids and dreaming of the days they could join in, but what starts as a seemingly boring mission hiding in a field quickly escalates and spirals out of control. Aegis Force uses a 2.5D pixel art graphic style with real-time world exploration between battles and story events. You'll adventure across the continent, discover iconic locations, unlock side quests, and converse with NPCs in villages and marketplaces. This gives the game a more open, lived-in feel compared to a purely menu-driven setup, and it pairs well with the nostalgic sprites, art, and portrait style. I'm not entirely sure what these little guys are, but they remind me of capybaras, so I already like them. I should point out that this is all from an early version of the public demo. However, it has been receiving regular updates on Steam, and a longer, more polished version is coming soon. Combat is a classic turn-based tactics setup on a grid movement system, and something that I really like is how you can freely move within your range before deciding to attack. Positioning does matter, as backstabbing or being backstabbed deals bonus damage. Turns are taken with an initiative-style system, and the order is displayed across the top of the screen, allowing you to plan ahead a little bit. Each character has individual abilities and attacks, and this will go for the other recruitable heroes in the game as well. For example, Callan, as a fighter-style class, can gain extra defense and a shield for a turn, while Orvis, the mage, throws fireballs and heals around.
Fireball! Fireball!
Not only that, but character bonds and relationships are important also, unlocking more powerful teamwork abilities as they increase. This was a crucial part in completing the mini-boss fight in the demo. As of the time of this recording, the Aegis Force demo comes in a bit over a half an hour long, but the developers have been pushing regular patches, bug fixes, and updates on the progress of the game, with an expanded version set to come soon. If you choose to play the demo, I would recommend using a controller right now, as the mouse and keyboard inputs are still being fine-tuned. The full version of the Scorian War looks promising and will include a full character-driven campaign coming in at around 30 hours of gameplay, with over 15 unique recruitable heroes spanning from thieves and engineers to traditional mages and fighters. These characters will have customizable skill trees and abilities to fine-tune and fit your strategic playstyle as you unlock ancient weapons and mysteries, plan elaborate missions, and unravel the real secrets behind the 100-year Scorian War. The continent of Yanoa will be yours to explore, including a variety of races, creatures, and monstrosities to confront. If you're into tactical RPGs with strong characters, thoughtful mechanics, and just a little bit of darkness in the story, Aegis Force, the Scorian War is one to watch. I'm genuinely interested to see how it all comes out, and if you are too, there's a link in the description below to check out the demo or add it to your Steam wishlist. Thanks again to the developers for sponsoring this video, and for more upcoming turn-based tactics games coverage, feel free to click through to the video that's on screen now.